Oops, he did it again. He's made another Modcast.
You got to dig it, babe. Jimmy was born under a bad sign. You know he never really had a chance.
Go, I say go away, boy, you bother me.
I'm trailer trash, drunk off my ass. And my savings went to liquor, so I'm all out of cash.
Sing, you little fuckers, sing like you got no choice.
No time for the old in and out, love. I've just come to read the meter.
Ready, steady, go!
You are listening to Mr. Suave's Mod World at mrsuave.com and on modradiouk.net.
Interrupting all programs.
It's a mod world.
I'm a street-walking cheetah with a heart full of napalm. I'm the runaway son of the nuclear A-bomb. I am the world's forgotten boy, the one who searches and destroys. Honey, gotta help me, please. Somebody gotta save my soul. Baby, detonate for me. Look out, honey, 'cause I'm using technology. I ain't got time to make no apology. So radiation in the dead of night, love in the middle of a firefight.
What's that?
A dress.
Says who?
Calvin Klein.
It looks like underwear. Go upstairs and put something over it.
It's time to shake, rattle, and bang your head. By court order, here's the man responsible for making you shake your moneymaker, Mr. Suave.
That's a rare one to appear on the Modcast. Florence and the Machine. Not usually my cup of tea, but you put some proto-punk from Iggy and the Stooges in there and I'll drink pretty much anything. So, Florence and the Machine with their very chill take on the Stooges' 1973 classic, Search and Destroy. One of 2022's few good covers. 2020 and 2021 brought us a ton of really cool covers. Probably go down as the COVID cover years, I guess. Everyone's at home and, reimagined their favorite songs or did straight up tributes to them. And it was pretty great. I was going to do my now regular look back show, looking back at last year's best covers, but quite honestly, there weren't that many. The ones that did stand out were pretty effing great. There were some great ones, but there weren't a lot, not as many as past years. Compared to the past couple years, it was slim pickings, I have to say. So, you get right here, Modcast number 530, with a bunch of cool new music and a few flashbacks to past greatness. As always, you can check out the track list over at the Modcast homepage at MrSuave.com. Don't forget to spell out the Mister. Lots of good stuff coming your way right now. Buckle up.
I've got a secret down in my
to town. Boston boys use tools for toys. They bang sodas to make their noise. Screws and blues in ones and twos won't help me to forget these Boston blues. Oh, these Boston boys. Yeah, these Boston boys. Oh, these Boston boys. Innocent infant and a juvenile crook. They threw him in a cell, never had a second look. How a couple of hours in an education centre supposed to get a better of Uncle Molester when he festers in a hole when I'm in his tunnel hours. Boston boys use all their powers to distress alarm, to distract and annoy the very ones who make them Boston boys. Are they Boston boys? Yeah, they Boston boys. Are they Boston boys? Open pray to God will say, here's the keys to heaven's gate. Until the day we hear the call, we play the fool under a stranger's rule. We hope and pray that God will say, here's the keys to heaven's gate. Until the day I hear the call, I'll play the fool under a stranger's rule. Oh, we hope and pray that God will say, here's the keys to heaven's gate. Until the day we hear the call, we play the fool under a stranger's rule. Oh, we hope and pray that God will say, here's the keys to heaven's gate. Until the day we hear the call, we play the fool under a stranger's Boston boys. Oh, these Boston boys. Yeah, these Boston boys. Oh, these Boston boys. Oh, these Boston boys.
Analyze this, something's amiss. Instead of a layup, wear it out court. I'm melting my pics and I'm surrendering my passport. Bury my credit card in my backyard and leave the worst of my persona at the airport bar. Go too far, make war and then make peace. Get chased by the police, your license gets revoked. You find out where you stand. Say, how am I supposed to reach you when you're walking all over my hands? Say, how am I supposed to reach you when you're walking all over my plans, my brains, my guts, my liver, my bullet, my arrow, my axe, my quiver? Say, how am I supposed to reach you? I can't be drunk, I have to try. I must be sly, I must be sober. January's dry, but it seems that by October 1st, well, my thirst, it catches up with me. Kills who I wanna be. I cope by telling jokes. Performances are big. Say, how am I supposed to reach you when you're walking all over my hands? Say, how am I supposed to reach you when you're walking all over my plans, my brains, my guts, my liver, my bullet, my arrow, my axe, my quiver? Say, how am I supposed to reach you? How am I supposed? How am I supposed? How am I supposed? How am I supposed? Baby, I feel good. What's the story, morning glory? Well, I feel the rain falling a better place. I got to get this message to the press, that every day I love you less and less.
I think it's a great show. I love it. I think anybody that likes the Who's music and anybody that likes modern guitar music like Franz Ferdinand or Radiohead or Oasis or any of those bands, will love this show.
You're listening to Mr. Suave's Mod World at MrSuave.com.
By the way they dance today, and the clothes they wear, and the tunes they play, rocking with the mods in Merry Britain.
say something unrelated? Why do you feel the need to be outspoken? It's in my blood, I can't hold back. It just comes out, but the words fall flat. And I'm on my face, and the outcome all depends on whichever mood I'm in and what happens to be on my mind. And most of what I say on any given
Times have changed in the past 30 years, Tomas. We no longer swill sherry and screw goats for fun anymore.
Welcome back to Modcast number 530. 2023 is shaping up to be a good year because we have some great music from 2022 and before to build on. Obviously, lots of cool new music in the works too. Good year to be a mod, isn't it? That last track was from longtime Seattle rockers Boat. That was Dark Dependency from their album No Plans to Stick the Landing, out from Magic Marker Records in 2022. It was a refreshing blast of rock and roll with hints of power pop and nods to past eras that had me going back and revisiting some of their older stuff, which is equally as good. Before them, another veteran, Brendan Benson, co-founder of the Bracken Tours, really digging the power pop-ish singer-songwriter vibe to his solo outings. That guitar-heavy song was Whatever's on My Mind from his Low Key album out just last year. Before that, another Northwest band, or I guess in Canada they're really from the Southwest. They're from Victoria, BC. That's Northwest if you're in America. It's Southwest technically if you're in Canada. Anyhow, that's This, with their very cool indie rock mix of punk and power pop. The song was After Party from their 2022 album, How Does It Feel When It's Gone? Ahead of that, out of Boston, was The Pomps with PADD off of their 2019 EP, Drums and Lyres. The Pomps have exactly that mix that perfectly captures some of my favorite sounds. It's got that ska reggae thing, power pop and new wave all mixed in there together. Really good stuff. Definitely you want to check out The Pomps. And right before them, the Dirty English. It's a great new band with that sort of Brit attitude a la the Clash and the Libertines. That was Borstal Boys. And before that, you heard one of my longtime faves, The Routs. The Routs from Japan. They have a brand new album out called Lead-Lined Clouds. And it is da bomb, as the kids used to say. It's fast, loud, tight, power pop and garage rock. Got it all going on, man. It's an album of the first order. That song was Shrunken Heads. And every song on that set is just as good. And way up top of that set, starting things out, one of the best new albums I've heard in a while. It's only January, and already, here I've got a top contender for Album of the Year. The Shanghai Lows with Aces, Eights, and Heartbreaks. What a listen. I don't know how else to say it, but when I first listened, I thought that they'd made a new Blondie album. I mean that with the highest respect, not that they're derivative or anything. But I put it on and it's what I thought the whole time I first listened to it from top to bottom. What a freaking fantastic album. Vocalist, frontwoman Jen Dangora, also from Jenny D and the Delinquents, who I like, and the Dents, who I like, and more. She's been around and played, so she's had some great experience. And she has a voice that reminds me a lot of Debbie Harry, especially on this album. The timbre, the range, the moody emotionalism. She really does more than sing. Her voice kind of performs the songs like this intricate dance routine. On the title track, and Billy, she shows her range, and the anthemic Plymouth rock kind of ups the speed ante almost exponentially for the album. But for my money, the best track is Victoria's Garden, one I just played here. I just can't get it out of my head, and I'm perfectly happy with that, don't get me wrong. Really, really digging the album. The only disappointing thing about the album was when it was over. Alright, as you can imagine, I would love LOVE Absolutely love to hear from you, dear listener, about what you think of the show. Love it, hate it, whatever. Give me a shout out. Let me know. You can always comment over at Suave headquarters at MrSuave.com. And you can hit me up in social media. I'm there in all the likely places, regularly posting between shows, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and such. So don't be a stranger. Also, be sure to check out the bonus set of third songs up on the Modcast homepage at MrSuave.com. Right now, here's another brand new one from the Les Affairs, right here on Mr. Suave's Mud Mud World.
Caffeine, ecstasy and benzodrine. Kathleen, caffeine, do you wanna go? Kathleen, caffeine, licorice and felony. Kathleen, caffeine, never says no. She never says no. She's dancing maniacally in the breeze and in the trees. Plastic majesty, the queen of social seas, all wound up like honeybees. Buzz, buzz, as she pleases. She's a monopoly. Now count down from 3 to 1. Kathleen, caffeine, ecstasy and benzodrine. Kathleen, caffeine, wherever do you go? Kathleen, caffeine, gasoline catastrophe. Kathleen, caffeine, she never says no. She never says no. In her glass and down the hatches, holding fast until she crashes. Is that her crashing out now? No dice to her flashes, bouncing back up with a flashing overflow of toxic algae. She's her own pharmacy, open here in every season.
Across the beach of love
See, I was working hard all day, and man, was it a bitch. I had this pesky problem with this painful little itch. I was scratching and a sweating. I was really getting mad. But now since I found Jock-a-Lot, my privates ain't so bad. Jock-a-Lot, smooth and creamy Jock-a-Lot.
Wave bye-bye to that embarrassing jock itch problem. Pick up a jar of Jock-a-Lot in your grocer's freezer. Available in regular, extra strength, and new chocolate mocha. Yum.
hot. People that pick up their ciggy butts. That's hot. Smoking weed in a public park. That's hot. And loving people with all your heart. That's hot. The heat at the end of Pompeii. That's hot. And using my dildo every second day. That's hot. Giving your seat to elderly on the bus. That's hot. And people that actually try
1, 2. Don't act surprised when the sun don't shine, when you come together at night. Don't pray for rain when it already came and left something good behind. Don't count the bruises on the apples you choose, cause they taste out of sight. Don't start the fire with your magnifier, then hide from the light. No, don't hide from the light, because my baby loves rock and roll music. Oh, my baby loves rock and roll music. Yeah, my baby loves rock and roll music. Oh, my baby loves rock and roll. Don't roll your eyes at the dawn of time, well, she clicks down the hall. Pretend to cry when you say goodbye, cause you speak for us all. Oh, in the night when the moonlight finds a hole in the floor, jump on in and tell the people you've been busy feeling for the Lord. Feelings. Oh, my baby loves rock and roll music. Yeah, my baby loves rock and roll music. Oh, my baby loves rock and roll music. Yeah, my baby loves rock and roll music. Oh, my daddy loves rock and roll music. Oh, my man, she loves rock and roll music. Oh, my brothers love rock and roll music. Most of my friends love rock and roll.
I don't want to see you, I don't want to hear you, and I don't want to smell you. Now leave.
Okay. MrSuave.com is my favorite. It can cure anything.
Roxy Music X and the Strokes had a baby, right? And that last song, what a blast. That was My Baby Loves Rock and Roll Music, a band that is really starting to make their mark with rock and roll music on the music world. Bug Club from Wales, they're going to be big, mark my words. And that kind of garage rock that crosses genres, it breaks boundaries, gets people from all over the music map onto the same page, and all backed up with just scorching musical ability. There, I said it, scorching. Just check out their song Checkmate, which I've got up as part of the bonus third set over at MrSuave.com. Before that, another of the bands I was really digging last year, Melbourne punks Sandy Dish, with their edgy, dare I say it, raunchy take on just about everything. Their albums covered all. You gotta love a band whose debut release was 2 tracks, less than 5 minutes, and it was called Greatest Hits, Rarities, B-Sides, Live at Madison Square Gardens, the early years. One more time. Take some chutzpah, I guess they'd say, right, to name your demo the Greatest Hits, Rarities, and B-Sides. Ahead of them was Atomic with Gimme Your Love. Atomic are out of Germany and apparently one of the hardest working bands in the world, having allegedly done 300 shows in a single year. And it worked, got them noticed. Enemy dubbed them the German Oasis. Not bad, right? And they landed opening gigs last year for the Charlatans, Ocean Color Scene, and the Mod Father himself, Mr. Paul Weller. Before that, I bounced all the way back to the 70s for The Punk from Cherry Vanilla. Cherry is probably more famous for her offstage work, first as part of Andy Warhol and his crew, did a lot of acting in and around London and stuff, and then as David Bowie's publicist all through the early 70s. And later in the 70s, she cut a few songs. The Punk got her some notice in 1977 for obvious reasons. Before that, another Aussie outfit, pop psych band Babe Rainbow with Mediterranean. Maybe more on the pop side than some of their other stuff, which is usually a bit more psychedelic, often more 60s-ish sounding. Still loving this track, very lush, sort of laid-back sound that really works for my ears. And getting it all going, another pop psych sort of band, a very mod-friendly Malaise Affairs, with the super cool, Who-ish sounding psych rock song, Kathleen Caffeine. That comes off their excellent new album, Singing in Your Head, and their songs will be stuck in your head, just warning you. It's good that way, right? The album just kind of oozes cool 60s sounds with echoes of The Who, Small Faces, The Doors, Pretty Things, and such bands, you know, all the good stuff. You don't just drift back in time with the album, you kind of flash back to 1967 itself and relive the sound entirely. So yeah, you'll want to check that out, new from Malaise Affairs. Quite a ride there, huh? Don't forget to check out the bonus set over at MrSuave.com for more like this and maybe a few surprises too. And you can keep up with me between shows. I post regularly at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And hey, be sure to subscribe through iTunes so you don't miss any shows. And while you're at iTunes, go ahead and give me a rating. Give me 5 stars. Why not? Throw me a bone, huh? Alright, the Modcast, it's over 500 episodes now, 530 to be exact. All for you to choose what you want to listen to over at MrSuave.com. Definitely something for everyone in there, so go check out the back catalog, so to speak. Got something for you right now to say goodbye with. It's sort of a side project of Nicholas Engergaard from Acid House Kings. This band started making indie pop in the early 90s when it was still called Twee. Remember that? Twee? They released a number of EPs and albums with some legendary labels like Siesta and Marsh Marigold. And the band's been going on and off ever since, though kind of have drifted away just a bit from the lilting, twee-ish jangle pop of this track here. And the later stuff's a little bit more synthy sound. No matter, from way back when, here's a great song. This is Stupid Boy by Sweden's Red Sleeping Beauty. I'm Mr. Suave. Thanks for listening.